Laura, if you just want to present to us what that's going to be, and then we'll call it a day then, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. We're streaming now.
All right. So we'll go ahead and we do not have a quorum for this meeting of the Deferred Compensation Board, but we are going to go ahead and discuss the process that we will have to fill our vacancies, which will help us have a quorum in the future. So Laura, I'll throw it over to you to go ahead and talk about that.
Okay. As part of the meeting invite today, I included a letter that I wanted to send out, do a world email to our workforce, and then submit to Gene Spratland for distribution to the public. I'm going to share my screen here. One moment. Okay, and this is just a basic letter that explains what the Deferred Compensation Board does and what is required of a board member. And so basically we're looking for an employee representative and a community representative. And we go with 2-year staggered terms for the employee representative. So I proposed in the letter that that we get this done by April 1st, so that it runs on a quarter. Although based on our bylaws, it may be that we have to have another that this person will just serve out Richard's term. But I thought it would be good for them to start on a quarter. And then they would be present for our May meeting. They would have a period of if there was any business, like if we rescheduled this, if we had any business in April, they could certainly participate in that, and then they would be present for our May meeting. And that would be by email or paper vote. It went really smoothly last time, no problems. With the community representative, Gene Spratland would solicit applications, I guess, and then the mayor would make an appointment from those applications. Might choose to do interviews, might not. So we can, as part of the bylaws, I believe we can go ahead and seek a replacement by election to fill that employee representative position. And then I'll work directly with Gene to see to it that we get a community representative.
Well, that looks good. So we can go ahead and have Gene follow through that process. And Laura, when when our next meeting is? It's in April, correct?
Actually, it's in May.
In May. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, that's good. So we'll have that. Hopefully, have that position filled before the next meeting then.
Oh yes, we'd have it done hopefully by April 1st. So our next meeting is May 19th. And then we would need to reschedule this meeting.
Okay. Well, I think that will do it. Since we can't really get into business today without having a quorum. So I appreciate everybody being here and us at least being able to talk through that process so that we can make sure we have that taken care of for our next meeting, which we will reschedule our business for today, that meeting.
Okay. Well, I can certainly send notice out. I can arrange for reschedule of the meeting and send notice out to the board with the same materials that we had for today. And we'll go ahead and advertise that in accordance with the Open Meetings Act. The board did, and Sherry, stop me if I'm overstepping my bounds, but the board did approve engaging Aon to actually start work on an IPS. And that came at a price tag of $19,500, and I didn't have in my notes where that $19,500 was going to come from. Jeff, was that going to come from our budget, or did we have?
I think that, yeah, I think there. Well, I don't want to get too far into this, but we can discuss that offline.
Okay.
And that document was attached for everybody to be able to view, because I think Laura sent that out too, so everybody can kind of look over that. All right. Well, with that, I appreciate everybody's time, and we'll do it again. So yeah.
Okay. Does anybody want to state any dates that they would not be available to meet before we break? I'll try to make it on a Wednesday at 3:30 in the coming weeks. If that's
Okay.
That'll work for me.
Thank y'all.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a great afternoon.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.